Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Just Talking. And let me turn off the emergency radio real quick. Opening Pip-Boy, off you go. There we go. That brings up to my topic today, modding. Not just in Fallout 4, but in games where modding is available in general, mainly on PC. I do believe that Fallout 4 is the first game to introduce modding to console. And I wanted to touch on a few key points here. Is modding an addiction? Does modding really ruin the game? And is modding generally unfair to the people who don't know how to mod? And just think those who do mod just don't know how to play the game properly and think they can't play the game without mods. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to review these. Now, as a guy who modded the heck out of Fallout 4 on both my Xbox and my PC, I can tell you for sure that I'm addicted to modding. Yeah, not a day goes by when I don't spend at least 25 minutes to an hour looking on all the various different Fallout 4 mods on my PC and my Xbox. Now, for whatever reason, modding on my PC is a lot harder than modding on my Xbox, because my mod list keeps crashing while I'm in the middle of looking at different mods. I hate those things. And I think part of that is to do with Bethesda probably doesn't want us modding anymore on this game. But then again, why would they make modding such a huge feature on Fallout 4 for the console and PC version? I guess because there's such a huge culture of modders out there that Bethesda thought they could capitalize on that and do the Creation Club thing and free mods that'll make people want to do the Creation Club. What is this?
Good day to you, stranger. You look like someone that appreciates the utility of a good set of armor.
You just wander around, selling armor to random people?
Traveling's a good way to meet new people.
I've never seen this guy before in any playthrough.
And the unusual. When I get tired of traveling, I settle
Give
down
me a shout out if any of you guys seen this guy in your playthroughs.
Phase at the moment. So, were you interested in trading or not?
Sure, I'm always looking for good armor.
My selection is a bit limited right now, but take a look.
Oh, so he just has standard armor sets. He has a field scribe uniform, I'll take that. And a lot of armor I don't want nor need. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna just buy the field scribe armor and call it a day. Yes, I want to confirm trade. Yeah, I'll invest in, maybe next time when we run into each other, if there is a next time, you'll have better armor selection. He has a Brotherhood of Steel jumpsuit on, and he's had a field scribe's uniform, and his name is, was it Scrubs? The Scribe. What in the heck? A random person and NPC that's title name is the Scribe. Not Scribe, not Field Scribe, but the Scribe. If any of you guys out there in the Fallout community have run into this guy in Fallout 4, please let me know. That's actually the first time I ever had that kind of a random encounter. Maybe I should check out Oxhorn. Maybe he did a video on that guy. I know he did several videos on random encounters in Fallout 4. I'll have to rewatch that and see if this guy pops up. Okay, back to modding in general. Oh, back to the action. And I'm fighting a bunch of feral fools, shooting them in the chest with my 50 caliber machine gun rifle thingy. Whoa, whoa, that guy went far. Does modding mess up with your game? Let's move on to the next segment of it. Does modding mess up with your gameplay? And my answer to that is a resounding yeah. It does mess up. Anytime you make unlegitimate changes to your video game or to a gaming system in general, it will mess up your gameplay by like a lot. Unless you're, I don't know, a professional programmer and you know how to do all those loop-de-loop stuff that only programmers can do. And just one moment, guys. TV's a little loud. I'll just turn that off real quick. Sorry about that. And it was giving me a headache. And yeah, it does mess up. As somebody who mods a lot on Fallout 4 and modded quite a bit on New Vegas on PC, it does mess with your gameplay. It does make it glitch out and crash. And that's the real problem I see with modding. But then again, is that going to stop me from modding my game to make it more immersive for me? No. No, it will not. It'll definitely not make me stop modding my games. Does that mean I have to put up with the crashing? Yeah, why is he doing like a serpentine? What the heck is that guy doing? Is he afraid of me? Is he like just special? Oh, no, 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 no. And that's just the way the news goes, guys. If you want to play with mods, you've got to be prepared to sacrifice performance for immersion. I don't care what kind of mods you have, it makes anything that makes a change to the actual game is going to have some kind of effect to that game. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that goes off and gets all these various different mods that are game breaking. Like, most of the mods I have are all related to Fallout universe or themed after the Fallout universe. They're not immersion breaking as heck. Like, I think there was this one mod that was like Sailor Moon armor for whatever reason, and then there was a mod that gave you a giant I can't remember. It was a giant mascot head that wasn't lore friendly to the Fallout universe at all. It was like the Broncos, or it was one of those footy ball teams. And realistically, I'm not the kind of guy that goes for immersion breaking. I like immersive mods that give a little extra to the game. This weapon is not all that immersion breaking. I mean, it's awesome as heck, and I love my gun. I love it so much. And it gives a little texture to the storyline. It gives guns and different kinds of stuff to the game that normally wouldn't have been put in there otherwise. And then you have the people who are complaining that it's basically cheating. That modding the game is basically cheating. And I just have this to say. Fallout... Excuse me, dude, you kind of bumped into me. Fallout is not a competitive game. there isn't a huge competitive nature amongst Fallout players. Not at least not one that I've seen. And what is the point in being competitive in Fallout? It's a game where you run around, build a character, shoot at stuff, decide which faction's gonna basically be the dominant faction in the wasteland. Basically like every other Fallout game that's ever freaking existed. And I almost believe that's why a lot of people I know personally aren't into Fallout games, because those people are mostly competitive people who only play competitive games. They play multiplayer with Call of Duty or Battlefield. They play Fiat or whatever the heck those sports games are called. I only played the football. Again, the scaffers are hostile. What did I ever do to them? I don't know many people that literally go out of their way to say, well, I killed this many feral ghouls and I killed this many radstags. And oh, there's raiders. I really wish I put some more combat experience on my combat perks. I mostly did charisma perks and those kinds of stuff, but I haven't really done much in the combat section perks. I just like trampling around the Commonwealth and having a good old time just being by myself. Multiplayer games, unless I'm playing with a friend, have never really held any interest for me. When I was playing multiplayer online, I genuinely just got tired of all the competitive bull that people were trying to push down my throat. Everyone was calling everyone noobs or various other names that I dare not repeat on my channel, because if I do, I'll be blocked and demonetized by YouTube, but blah blah blah, etc. etc. People are generally nasty when it comes to competitive gaming. And the sad thing is, there are plenty of competitive gamers that aren't like that. I mean, I know a bunch of gamers who are still competitive, but they don't go over the hill. They don't go psycho when the first time they lose to like somebody who is just slightly better to them. They don't lose their minds every time somebody just, I don't know how to say it. Somebody just takes it one step too far and ruins it for everybody. And then again, I've met people that will literally go out of their ways to make everyone else feel like garbage because they were beaten at a video game. Seriously, they will literally go out of their way to make everyone feel miserable because they lost a video game. Well, they play for 48 hours straight and blah 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 blah, this ain't right, we should get a redo or a redo. And dude, it's just a game. That's all I'm going to say, it's just a game. That's why I never made it in the competitive circuit. That's why I never pursue anything in the competitive circuit, even though I've had friends that say that I should. I don't know what they're smoking, but I wish they would stop, because I suck at video games sometimes. That's why I play games like Fallout. I like the story, I like the adventure part of it, I like the fact that we get to build these characters, and that's also why I like modding. And I don't know how I went from talking about modding to talking about how competitive people can be. And I'm sorry I'm talking a little slow. Been dealing with a lot of allergy problems, as you guys know. And I'm also sorry about Friday's video. I don't know what happened there. YouTube was not letting me upload it at all. And when I went to do a playback, for whatever reason, it didn't record right. So I'm actually glad YouTube wouldn't.
Look at all the blood. Hey,
Wow, you guys are seriously warped. I don't know why YouTube wouldn't produce it, but I guess it's because it had that glitch. And I've been dealing with a lot of other stuff too. I had a very frustrating day at work that day.
What just happened? Something's out
It
there.
was not a good day, Friday, and it did not make anything any better. Guys are relentless.
I'm gonna be sick.
But yeah, I
You showed up just in the nick.
Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking?
Hey,
I guess not.
Thanks for your help.
What in the heck is going on here?
Thanks for your help.
I'm getting to show you guys one of my settlements.
I used to be scared of super mutants, but we taught him a lesson this
I
time.
actually like this settler mod I have. Makes them way better. Gives them way more dialogue options. But
Thanks for your help, pal.
here's the skitty on the modding thing. Yes, it messes with your game's mechanics. Yes, if you download too many mods, or download just the right number of mods, your gaming system will most likely crash after a few minutes of gameplay. And yes, there are some unimmersive mods out there, like again, the Sailor Moon armor. Why the heck does anyone need that? Why the heck does that even exist? And yes, the whole point of modding is to make it more immersive for you. You're not hurting anybody, so why do people complain that other people mod? Now, the only I haven't heard this really brought up that much. I only am bringing this up because I had a friend who found out I modded on Fallout 4, probably through watching these videos and noticing, oh, I didn't have that gun in Fallout 4, or that's not a feature in Fallout 4. Why the heck does he have that? Why the heck is his companion, who doesn't speak at all, not look like any of the other companions in Fallout 4? Why the heck is he wearing armor like this? It's merely and for that reason he decided that because I was modding in Fallout 4 and because these were not features in his particular game, even though he can literally go onto the mod list and find these features, because I believe they're available on both PC and Xbox. I know that for a fact, because every mod I have on my PC, I also have it, or at least had a version of it on my Xbox. I don't know about PlayStation though, and my friend, he plays on Xbox. But he's never really gotten to the modding phrase, and it's all like, it's basically cheating. You add all these awesome guns that are like lore breaking and all kinds of stuff, and it's basically cheating. And I had like make a snarky comment, don't blame me because you're terrible at Fallout 4. I mean, Fallout 4 by far is the easiest Fallout that's ever been made. And that's not a crack at Bethesda, that's just the truth, man. Fallout 1, I died a lot in that game. Fallout 2, I also died a lot in that game. And Fallout Tactics, I basically played through, barely died at all, and just didn't like it at all. Fallout Tactics, hands down, to me, is the worst Fallout game ever to exist. Ever. Change my mind. Fight me. But also, I played Fallout 3. Now, that wasn't as difficult as the next two, as Fallout 4. That wasn't as difficult as Fallout 1 and 2. But it was still difficult in its own way. I didn't play Fallout 3. Fallout 3, besides Fallout 4, was the first game I ever played in the Fallout franchise that wasn't on PC, at least at one point. I've played Fallout New Vegas on both my PC and my Xbox. I also play, and as you know, I also play Fallout 4 on both my PC and my Xbox. And if I ever do get a copy of Fallout 76 so I can communicate with my other Fallout friends, and I don't want to hear like a war going off in the comments about how 76 is awful. Still intend to get it because I still want to communicate with my friends who are interested in the same things I am. Again, I'm not competitive. And here is my opinion on that. Modding makes the game more immersive for you. I'm sure there are mods on my Xbox and on my PC that other people who mod on Fallout 4 haven't seen before. And I'm pretty sure of that. And I'm also pretty sure that you guys have mods on your PC or Xbox on Fallout 4 that I haven't seen before. That are probably way cool, and I'll probably ask you what they are later, sometime down the road. But the greatest thing about modding is it makes the game unique to you. It's rare to find someone else in Fallout 4 fandom that has the same combination of mods as you. There are so many different mods out there that I honestly believe it would be difficult for anyone to know what is actually out there. I'm sorry if I'm talking quieter than usual. It's because there are other people living in my home, and if I start yelling and carrying on, they start calling me and I have to redo the video all over again. Quite honestly, it's just fun to play this game, and modding just makes it more interesting, more immersive, and better. Is modding ruining the game? When you talk about game mechanics, yeah, the more mods you have, the more likely your game is going to crash every few minutes. When you're talking about actual gameplay, in many ways, modding improves gameplay. When you're talking about competitive, I have to ask you, how are you a Fallout fan and being competitive about it? Why do you need to be competitive about it? And I guess that's how I drop from does modding ruin Fallout, or looks like he's worshipping that tree. I've got to get closer to this. Oh, he's just like being a regular Bethesda NPC. Okay, he doesn't see me, so I'm just gonna go. I think he killed this Yagwai. And I'm leaving. And as I was saying before, why be competitive with Fallout games? It's a role-playing game. You just create characters, you rampage through the Commonwealth with little to no personal damage to your own psyche. Unless you're one of the few cases of people who cannot tell the difference between
Charity. 500 caps, or you ain't going anywhere.
We can't afford that. Please,
Okay.
we're just farmers trying to get home. What do we do, boss?
Damn it. Kill him.
What?
Hey there.
Yeah? You saved our lives. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Thanks, stranger. That's more than most would have
How's
done.
this voice coming from that guy? But again, modding, in my personal opinion, makes the game more immersive, more fun, and yeah, gameplay mechanics wise, it does make your game slower, if not lag a little bit, and it can crash your game. And I guess if you were playing competitively, it's a little unfair to be able to mod your game to a point where you can't tell what's the game mechanic and what's an actual mod, like I do most times. And yes, modding is god dang it, Bethesda. Modding is addictive. But I'm not hurting anyone with my modding addiction. I'm not hurting myself or others. But it has gotten to a point where I can literally not tell what's a mod and what's a game mechanic in my game. And at the same time, I don't care that I can't tell. Because modding makes the game more immersive for me, more personalized for me, because I know that there are probably very few people out there that have the same combination of mods that I do. They probably have the same mods, but not in the same combination. And I want you to know what I mean when I say combination. I mean the same mods in the same game, not in any particular order, but... Okay, getting out of the way. We better just leave those guys alone, because they're marked as hostile. And they're also guards for Parsons Insane Asylum, which I want to do that quest later. And again, guys, I'm sorry about Friday. I'll try not to do that again. But the reason I didn't do a post on Saturday or Sunday is because I've told you that Saturday and Sundays are going to be my days off from Train Crash TV so I can pursue other things. Hopefully that won't happen as much in the future. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again, because it's very likely that it will. Here's to another exciting day playing Fallout 4, and here's to another exciting day talking to you guys. Anyway, you've heard it from me, Richard, and I'm just gonna... Wow, these guys are going down like rocks. Albino mongrels. They remind me of that dog that bit me when I was 3. Guess I resolved some issues there. Anyway, guys, as always, my name is Richard Garner with Train Crash TV. This is Just Talking, me giving my personal opinion. And please, if you guys have an opinion about modding or anything, just let me know in the comments below. And once again, modding does not ruin the game, in my personal opinion. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you for more Just Talking episodes in the future. Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.